Hello and welcome to Drunk for Plays. We're doing a new DOS game. This is Scrooge. Basically, it's a, I don't know, choose your own adventure game based on Christmas Carol. Like you play as Scrooge, Ebenezer Scrooge, and you go through the story, and you have to pick the right choices. And of course, it's the same choices as he makes in the actual story. So, like, in a way, it can be educational, right? So you adopt the guise of this character during the adventure. You will meet relations, old friends, weird creatures, and death itself. Game follows. Have fun. Right. If you're playing for the first time, you should read a message from the publisher. So want to read it? Sure. The publisher spent an enormous amount of time and energy producing this program in such a way that you could play and enjoy it without booklets and manuals, lots of disks, complicated installation, restricting graphics displays. Remember that this program needs use of logic and reasoning, a determination to succeed in completing it, a feeling of intellectual involvement acquired through playing. If you're playing for the first time, you should read details on this adventure game. Do you want to do so? Sure. You are Ebenezer Scrooge, the central character in the story of A Christmas Carol. Settling down for another mean Christmas. As Scrooge, you can relive his life and experiences. Being Scrooge, you should attempt to behave like him and think like him. To really experience the adventure, you should look at all the alternatives. Many functions are random in the program and may produce different results each time you play. Proceed with care and save your game position when you finish. When you complete stage 1, you will allow to begin stage 2, the afterworld. So yeah, this was probably basically be story time with Food. Scrooge was a tight-fisted hand at that grindstone, Mr. Ebenezer Scrooge, a squeezing, grasping, scraping, clutching, greedy old sinner. Hard and sharp as flint, from which no steel had ever struck out generous fire. Secret and self-contained and solitary as an oyster, the cold within him froze his old features, nipped his pointed nose, shriveled his cheek, stiffened his walk, made his eyes red, his lips blue, and spoke out shrewdly in his grunting voice. A frosty layer was on his head and on his eyebrows, and his very chin. He carried his own low temperature always about him. He iced his office on work days, and didn't thaw it 1 degree at Christmas. Heat and cold had little influence on Scrooge. No warmth could warm, no wintry weather could chill him. No wind that blew was bitterer than he, no falling snow was more intent upon his purpose. The heaviest rain and snow and hail and sleet could boast of the advantage over him in only one respect. They often came down handsomely, and Scrooge never did. Your quest begins in your dingy counting house at the office. You're checking accounts while your clerk is copying letters in a dismal little cell while trying to warm himself at a candle. Your nephew enters your office, bidding you Merry Christmas and asks you to dine with his family tonight. You want to accept the invitation. You're very reluctant, but as his uncle you feel you're obliged to make an appearance. Then you tell him to go where not to be bothering you since you're very busy. On the evening of Christmas Eve, your clerk, Bob Clatchit, approaches you asking about his Christmas holidays. Will you give him He's overjoyed with your decision. I'll give him 1 day. He's overjoyed with the decision and praises your generosity. Workers had a real hard life in Dickens' time and got little or no time off. Will you give him pay for his day off? Nah. You refuse to give him any pay for his day off, and he is terribly disappointed. You set off in the direction of your home with £10 in your pocket and the word humbug on the tip of your tongue in case you should meet anyone. What a rotten old bastard! You're at location 1. So we'll go to 9. Enter no number of your destination. Can't go there directly. Oh. Let's see. We're at the office, which means we can go to the carnival. Enter the code to pass. What? Oh, that's not right. You may not go to the carnival yet. Okay. The shops, maybe? Do you have a token? No, I do not. Well, that's just too bad. You're at location 3. Maybe go through the park? As you approach the park, you pass through a long alley which has obviously been occupied by the poverty-stricken since time began. The battle of arguments and fighting echo from every window. As you come to the exit, a dog blocks your way, biting and snapping angrily at you. The dog is not amused by your manners and attacks you, barking savagely and chases you away. You're terrified and exhausted before the dog gives in. You're very angry that the owner does not keep the dog on a lead. Yeah, what the hell, man? So I'm not in the park. Do I go to the bank? Can I not go to the... As you approach the park, you pass through a long alley. As you come to the exit, a dog blocks your way. Can I feed him something? What do you wish to give him? Bone. The dog is not amused by our manners. Okay. Go to nephew's then. You arrive at the front door of your nephew's house. There's no one at the door to greet you, but you enter the hall anyway. You may enter the dining room. As you enter the dining room, your nephew asks you why you have come after being so rude earlier. Yes? Say that you're sorry and that he would like to... you would like to come in if he doesn't mind. He forgives you in the spirit of the season. As you enter the dining room, the children rush out to greet you and say how delighted they are that you were able to make it. You quickly mention that it was your duty to come and that you won't stay long. You enter the dining room to be greeted by all of your nephew's relations, from whom you have ever taken the trouble to meet. God damn it, Scrooge! Conversation jumps from one subject to another, but finally settles on charity. Your cousin Placer, lacking tact, suggested you're pretty stingy when it comes to giving. You're quite embarrassed in front of all the guests. Do you want to... Scrooge would get mad about that, wouldn't he? Begin a heated argument, telling him that it's none of his business. You really are a nasty fellow to have as a guest. Your nephew Bob breaks up the dispute and subjects change. You sit and enjoy a glorious meal, after which you decide it's time to leave. Your nephew begs you to stay just a little longer. Okay. Maybe we can, like... Checkbook. You have the above. I should. You don't have it. You cannot go to the back yet. I want to go home. Why can I not go home? Wait. Arrive at the front door of your nephew's house. No one. Go to the kitchen. Enter the kitchen and can now examine the kitchen table. Table, you see an assortment of books and gifts. Gift. And get a gift token, which you can use later. Alright, leave the house. So we're at the nephew's, right? Let's go to the office. Return to your office, which is cold and lonely. Let's explore this place. Oh, I still don't have. Wait, I had a token, right? You have a token? Yes, I do. Stop to have a look at what is available in the grocery shop. wishes you a Merry Christmas to want to say Humbug. Yes, Mother Humbug under your breath, and the grocer's sizing disgusted your business. While you're in the shop, you see the two of you stealing some apples. Do you want to try and stop them? Yes, I do. You catch them as they leave the shop and tell them to stop. They drop the stolen apples and sprint off to a hidden place. Pick up the apples. You can turn them to the grocer. You walk back to the grocery shop with the apples and he is delighted. He saw the whole episode and shows his gratitude by giving you a beautiful steak. What do you want to buy? No, let's leave. There's a bit you fell and you piled into the cold frosty night, and you quicken your pace in order to get home before it snows. Now we can now we should be able to go through the park, right? There's a dog. B. Steak. Dog starts chewing hungrily into the steak and forgets totally about your presence. You're in a rage for a while over losing the steak, but finally you are thankful you weren't hurt. A free entrance gates to the park. The caretaker usually keeps 2 of them closed in order to help control the thieves. No one knows which gates will be open at any time. Which gates do you want to enter? Oh man, it's been a while since I heard this story. I don't remember every minute detail. Oh. You stroll into the park, which at this hour is not deserted by all except those who intend to spend the night there. Ignore the odd beggar who goes rambling by. About halfway through the park, a group of shabby-looking men starts drifting toward you. You quicken your step, but it becomes clear they wish to meet you. You can offer them a pound. The minute you produce a pound, the thieves convert on you with lightning speed. You're not even at the chance to tell them you were going to give it to them. You struggle to your feet and you can run for your life. You run quickly away from them, but you hear them chase. You look around quickly to decide the best escape route. You can run to a policeman. Dash for the nearest policeman, but he proves to be too far away. The thieves catch you and drag you into the bushes where your calls for help will not be heard. Yes, I want to try again. Oh my god, we're all the way back here? I want to at least make it to the... no, I do not want to hear. Let's see if we can actually make it to the house. Okay, so the office. Go to the kitchen. Kitchen table. Get the kit and leave the house. Alright, and then go to the shops. Humbug. Alright, while you're in the shop, you see the blibidab. Alright. And then we leave the shop. And maybe it would be better to go no, we need to go through the park. Let's try. Southgate. Don't park, please. You like the appearance of a wealthy man, the band of thieves do not take much notice of you, but just when you think you are safe, the leader swiftly tells you to stop. You can may say a few words to Shifty. Hello? Shifty's not interested in what you have to say, and he takes a knife from his coat. Back away quickly and begin calling for help. Shifty charges for you, but before you are harmed, the policeman comes around the corner and frightens the gangs away. Magic ring. No, I do not have the magic ring. You leave the pack relieved you have escaped the thieves and continue on your journey home. Alright, so we made it to... I should be able to... Shouldn't I be able to go home now? Do I have to go to... You're approaching the lane to your house when you realize that you're passing Bob Cratchit's house. You peer in the window at his... Oh, remember you can skip at any time to pop-up menu. You peer in the window at his family rejoicing in the Christmas spirit. You wonder what it is they have to rejoice about, considering the terrible state they live in. You stare in disgust at the pathetic goose that sits on the table. Do you have a goose? No, I do not. You'll walk away, leaving the family to their happiness. I'm sending you back. You're at location 3. Why am I back here? Okay. Why did he send me back? What did I do wrong? I don't get it. Okay. I'll leave the house. Why is he sending me back? That I do not get. Yes, I have a token. Get the goose then. You buy a magnificent goose. I need the steak to get past the dog. You buy a beautiful steak. Leave the... Alright, so I go to... 6, I guess. You approach the park, you pass through a long alley, what believe it up? There he is. Alright. Feed him the steak. Alright, and then... Stuff gate. Those guys. Please don't stab me. If she's not interested, what you have to supply, believe it up. No, I do not have a magic ring. Alright, so... Cratchits? You have a goose. Yes, I do. Yes? You call to the house and Bob meets you, surprised and hoping you haven't changed your mind about the day off. You present the fabulous goose to him and he brings it inside to show the family. Bob cannot believe they're chipped so much. You're learning to be a much kind of man. Do you want to go in? No? And then I should be able to go home, right? You walk up to the old lane to your house, participating, good night's sleep, and reflecting on the many events of the day. Your finger in a light blanket of snow begins to fall. You approach your house when you see a little girl crying. She's from the nearby orphanage. Do you have candy to cheer her up? I do not have any candy to cheer her up. You have nothing to help this poor girl, and she walks away, sobbing and feeling lonely. In all of such misfortune, you are worthless. You cannot hope to change. Whoa, dude! So I'm back here now. Okay, well, if you guys, like... You're welcome to tell me how I did this wrong, but this is... I've never been good at these choose-your-own adventure type things, especially not when it's so specific about what you do. It's really, really closed-end. So, thank you guys for watching this episode of Thankful Place. It's of course based on Lewis Carroll's The Christmas Carol. And, it's a good book. Go read that. I don't think you can find this game. This is an old DOS game. If you can, good on you, man. But, I'll see you another time, and bye!